my name is Prisha.
And my name is Shaquita.
And welcome to Searching for Freedom.
Today's topic is going to be, what does your battle armor look like? What does that look like? So just that title within itself, it makes me think about how prepared am I? If something is to happen, something that triggers me, if something happens and I haven't spent time with God, like, what would that look like? So things are not going your way. How do you typically respond?
I feel like it can go a couple of different ways.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on who's asking, because you see a whole different side.
I mean, give the people the real. They want the real. They want you know.
You will see the undocumented. You will see the transparency.
Raw,
you will see me
uncut,
going through the transition, you know? So, like, of course, it depends on what's happening. It can be anger. It can be just a whole bunch of fussing. It can be, this is what I want to happen. This is what I want to happen just because I need to vent about it. But none of that's going to happen. I'm not going to say any of those words to anybody but you.
Oh, okay.
But to be honest, like, a lot of the time, like, my armor would look like being still. It would look like being quiet, because I know that my words, they carry weight. So I've always believed that you can't take back the words that you say. So even in arguments and confrontations, like, I would be the person who will overthink something way more because I can't take back what I say and how I say it. And I feel like that's something that I can struggle with sometimes. I may take a little bit more time than needed to converse on how I'm feeling or what's going on. But, like, when something's going on and when I feel like I'm being attacked, whether it's with a person or it's just things that's going on in my job or with my kids or anything like that, it's just like I have to sit and think and try to decipher what's really going on before I move and do anything, because I feel like I would do something out of my flesh, out of anger, out of just because I want to say that it's fixed, but it's not fixed. I'm just putting on a temporary cap. So I feel like that's one of the things that I mainly do. Definitely just sitting down, spending time with God, but that doesn't always happen immediately.
It's not your first response.
Yeah, well, sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, okay, you know what, like, this emotion isn't right, this isn't how I should be feeling. I'm not feeling grace or love in this moment, so I'm just gonna go sit down. I'm gonna put on my worship music. I'm gonna go sit and I'm gonna have this conversation with God, or let speak to me, you know. But sometimes it may look like, okay, I just need to go for a walk. I just need to put on my music and have a bubble bath. I just need some silence. And sometimes it may be, I just can't think about this right now. Like, I may need to not think about this, so I may call you, although we may talk about it, we may not.
Yeah.
It may be one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm going through something right now, but I'm not ready to talk to it. So we're just going to talk about our day or whatever that may look like. But it's a lot of different ways that armor may look like. It's a lot of different scenarios and things that help me through the process. But yeah, one of the main things is just silence. Like, I need to figure out what this really is, what the root of it is, what's really going on, and allow God to speak to me. But until my heart is in the right posture, I may not be able to get to that moment. So I have to just not do anything, not be or reply to anything until my heart does have time to get to that right posture.
Okay.
What about you?
When things are not my way, how do I respond? I look inward. That's and I realize it about myself. What can I do better? What should I have done? And God is working on me with this, but not disappearing.
Girl,
that's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole 2 topics.
Part 2. But because I'm so used to being the person that's depended on, so I normally look inward and then I battle it out with God. Like, I need to talk to Him because it's like it's like I feel off. So it's like, okay, I need to talk to God. I need to figure this out. I need to journal. I need to write, worship music. I need to scream. I need to yell. I need to be vulnerable with God, which I don't like. But I'm growing in that area, y'all. What I'm doing now, what I do differently now is I let people know when I'm going through something. Like, I'm being more vocal about it. Even if I don't know what's going on with me, I will do my best to be proactive instead of trying to figure it out by myself. I will reach out and try to let people know what's going on.
Okay.
So, I get community.
I see this is how you fight your battles.
This is how I fight my battles. Yes. Not alone. The next question. Because, we do go through trials and tribulations, and scripture-wise, that's what Jesus said, we're going to go through, like, in this life, you're going to have trials, you're going to have troubles, but take heart, He's already overcome the world. So, with that being said, do you know the difference between a storm, or is it God pruning you? Because I know sometimes we can always give credit to the devil, like, oh my gosh, like oh my gosh, he just don't want me to make it, or he just don't want me to do this, or he don't want me to get this job, or he don't want me to get this position, or maybe this house, or this life, or things like that. Or it could be God pruning you.
I feel like I'm learning that more and more over the past year, but prior, definitely not. It's like, listen, this is an attack. Life is just not going the way that I want it to. And when I'm in high school, it's like life just isn't fair. It's not fair. But now more and more you can kind of tell. Like, I've been able to tell a little bit more just by the way God speaks to me in moments. Like, he's one of the things is like praying for more wisdom. Like, He really answers prayers. Like, God, He truly will answer your prayers when you're praying for wisdom and for discernment, and putting people in your life to help guide you and steer you in the right direction as well. So in moments where it's like, okay, something that you would have thought before, where it's like, okay, this isn't going right, like nothing is going right. Like, I've even learned, like, over the past few years, like, to even see the attacks that even may be from Satan, where it's not just pruning, even to see an attack as a blessing, because Satan is not going to attack someone that is already in cahoots with him. When you're able to see that, okay, I'm being attacked for a reason because I'm on the winning side. Like, God has already won this battle, but because I'm being attacked, that means that God has so much more planned for me. That means that He is doing a work in my life, that He is calling me to higher. And it was a shift, being able to see that and recognize that, but just being able to see the difference between, okay, I've been praying for this. I've been asking for patience. I've been asking for elevation. I've been asking for leadership and for wisdom. God is not just going to give me those things.
Right.
He's going to give me areas to strengthen those muscles.
He's going to prepare you.
Exactly. So it's like situations where things may not go the way that I want to, you have to also think about, what has your conversations been like with God? What has He been speaking to you about? What is it that He's placed on your heart? Because some of those things, the trials that you're going through, will align with it. You may not be able to see the full picture now, but it may be the first step towards there. God's telling you that He wants you to open your own business and you're getting fired from your job. Sis, it might be for a reason. God's telling you, you've been saying how you don't want to be at that job, how you want to do more, and you are finding every reason not to be there. It's for a reason that you're feeling more uncomfortable. When God wants to grow you, He will make you feel uncomfortable in the place that you're in. So you have to kind of just be able to sit and talk with Him. But that's why it's so important to have that relationship. Why we've learned why we have to be consistent with talking with God, because He shows us those things. He allows us to talk to us and will reveal to you, okay, God, I'm frustrated about this. This is going on. I don't understand why this is happening. Life doesn't seem fair right now. Right. And it's like, well, baby girl, this is why. Like, this is where I'm calling you to. I need you to strengthen this muscle. I need you to be able to learn this in this season so that in the next season you can pull the next female up. You can pull the next mother up. You can speak life into the next person coming behind you. It's not just for you.
Right. Ooh, well, go ahead then. You got me thinking about the same thing. How do I recognize a storm versus God pruning me? In the beginning, like you said, life was not fair. It was not fair. You know, I didn't like what I was going through. But then when I made it through on the other side of it, you know, when I made it through that storm and through that trial, I realized that what I was going through was for a reason. It was actually God. Before he elevated me, he had to, you know, clean me. He had to purify me. He had to make sure that his daughter was prepared. He's not going to send me anywhere where
he hasn't already made
where he hasn't already made a way, or I'm just out there looking crazy, or I'm hurting his people.
That part.
You know, because
don't even recognize it.
Right. The things that may be attached to me, it could be attitude, it could be pride, it could be selfishness, it could be any of that. He's not going to elevate me somewhere if I'm going to tear down what he's already building. So it doesn't just go for that doesn't just go for me, where he's not going to bring something in my life to tear me down, but also he's going to make sure that his daughter is not destroying his plan. Mm-hmm. So that pruning, I had never even heard of that until I was in a small group, and I was talking about things that was happening, and one of the person in the group was like, that pruning. I was like, pruning? Pruning? I was like, what do you mean pruning? And it all makes sense now. Even in my finances, I remember just only having enough to pay a bill. And I remember crying like, God, like, why I gotta work check to check? Like, I pay my tithes, you know, I do what I'm supposed to do. I help people who need to be helped, even if I don't have it, you know. But then I'm like, but I'm working check to check. And I remember crying about it, and then, you know, just crying out to him. And then he made me realize, like, I didn't have the wisdom to even handle the finances that he wanted to bring into my life. And so he's walked me step by step to now I'm actually signed up to be a budget coach at Victory. But prior to that, you know, I didn't have any funds. Now I have a savings account because I know how to take care of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with everyone that you know. Go back and watch the other videos so that you are caught up, and we will see you next time. Again, don't forget, guys, to like, comment down below, subscribe to our channel, hit that post notification bell so every time we drop a video, you are notified.